Evil aliens. I mean, with a title that blandly generic, it's hard to know what you're even in for beyond an indifferent shrug. They're aliens, and they're evil.
Back in high school, there was always rumours of films everyone seemed to say was awesome. You'd hear about a particular extreme scene of some sort, or someone would show you a cool clip of something on their phones in 144p. Anyone else an ex-member of the Motorola Razr gang?
Hello, Moto.
In my high school, it was films like Kidulthood. Everyone talked about it and did an impression of Trev's uncle.
Alright, Trevor!
Or Saw, where everyone kept talking about the ending and a guy chopping off his own foot. These whispered pitches made you want to see the movie, even though you really knew nothing about it at all beyond the word of mouth. It made you want to be part of the fun. Nowadays, with the extensive growth of the internet and the ability to stream literally any movie ever made at your fingertips within seconds, it's hard to come by this feeling of only knowing a film's reputation through people's words. Evil Aliens was also one of those films. Everyone was sharing a single clip of it on their phones thinking it was hilarious. That video showed a guy mowing down various creatures in a combine harvester set to the Wurzels. We all agreed it was funny, but no one had ever actually seen or even heard of the movie it belonged to. Hell, once I figured out its name, I couldn't even find a copy at the local stores growing up. And on the internet, the only clip I could really find was, well, the combine harvester one.
Then I was bored one night, flicking through the TV when there it was, randomly playing the full movie, and my quest was over. So does the rest of the movie live up to the promise that one clip gives us? Well...
Fun fact, this was the first British film ever filmed with Sony high-definition cameras, so it's got that legacy at least. Not that you would notice. The film barely looks higher quality than home video. Half the time, I feel like I'm watching something akin to Space, but without the charm or style.
Come get some.
You'll know straight away if this is a film for you from the opening. A couple are having low-budget gratuitous sex when they get abducted. The guy then gets a gory anal probe, and she gets a baby graphically shagged into her by an alien. Like, half this film is just horrible sex scenes. It's the crudest form of British comedy with no shame. I get some folk would be into it or dig how brash it is, but I just end up cringing at how tryhard it is.
Smile 2, Slate 666, take 1. Action.
Die, motherfuckers!
The sound effects are awful. It's common for low-budget films to resort to stock effects libraries, but here its use is overboard, and they're used at times it's super noticeable, and sometimes not even appropriate for them to be used.
The characters are just crass and forgettable. The only one slightly endearing is this mute farmer who only talks and growls. Other than that, I just found them all more annoying than anything.
Naturally, this growling, horrible-looking farmer is included in not just one, but 2 aggressive sex scenes.
I didn't need to see that.
It doesn't help the acting fits right in amongst the B-movie schlock. It's a slapstick horror comedy, and beyond a few yucks, I'm just not someone who gets into over-the-top slapstick. It can work. I loved it when it was done in films like Brain Dead or in old Tom and Jerry cartoons where the timing is right and there's a ton of heart and passion put into it, but that never happened for me here.
This is the worst. This is the worst! You are the worst! I hate looking at your face. I want to smash it!
The effects range from admirable to butt ugly. I do like the design of the aliens themselves, it's actually okay, but there's a ton of really hokey CGI, even by 2005 standards. It kinda goes with the tone the film is going for, but that doesn't make it any less shit. If you love really— Holy shit, they got Holly? Yeah, it's Norman Lovett. How did they convince him to sign on to this project? Yeah, Evil Aliens sucks. It's a lame horror comedy that verges on being softcore porn for half its runtime.
If you love lowbrow, low-budget comedy horror films, then you might get a kick out of this. But for everyone else, just search the Combine Harvester part on YouTube for the only memorable scene, and you'll have just saved yourself 80 minutes. I don't recommend it.
Eat shit.